All right, folks, what is going on? This is episode 552 of the First and Frame Rate Show. I am VF Baller. Over here, we talk about Georgia Southern and Atlanta Falcons football. And today, we're going to talk about our new, I guess, not really new, but our official QB1, Desmond Ridder. It's not really breaking news. It's not news to most people if you've been watching this content in other independent Falcon fans, type of content. I mean, you kind of know what was going on here. So Desmond Ridder is officially QB1. And also we signed Scotty Miller, former wide receiver of the Buccaneers. We'll talk about both of those situations, give you my thoughts and opinions, and hopefully everything works out with this show. If this is your first time here, welcome. I could be found on YouTube and Rumble. Also, I'm on Anchor, Stitcher, Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. And I want to thank you guys for the continuous support. You guys are absolutely amazing. Hopefully the sound is sounding better. I did do some tweaks, and the last episode I listened to, it did sound a little better. I'm going to do some more things around in the room so not so much sound bounces everywhere, but I'm still getting acclimated to working in this environment. So I'm learning as I go. Every day is a challenge, but nevertheless, we're going to get into the show. I just you know what? Before I get into the show, I did say the thing about the website. The website is done, but the domain is taking longer than I thought it would. And my connect that's doing my website is basically telling me it's going to be a little bit longer to get the domain up and running because I changed the name of the domain because the original name the name that was given to the website was wonky, and I did not like it. I made it a more condensed name, and it probably won't be up until the beginning of the month, probably like the first week or so. I will get with you guys and let you guys know, but a website is coming, and I don't want to give the name out yet because it goes straight to error 44, error message, because it's up, but it's not connecting to that domain. So you put the domain website name in, and it doesn't go there. So the website is coming, and you guys are going to be excited. I know you guys are. I find it really, really cool the way it's set up. So hopefully you guys will come through there, look at the content over there, and become, just a regular at the website. All right, I said enough about that. Let's talk about these two situations. I know a lot of people don't really look at the whole situation with Desmond Ridder with the best of confidence. I get it. You have a situation where the third round quarterback, from a group of five school, which I'm a big fan of group of five schools. You see my Georgia Southern right here. Big fan of group of five schools. I think some phenomenal football comes out of those schools. And he showed a little bit of promise, not only in the preseason, but the last 4 games of the regular season. Some people wanted that quarterback that we don't name that wants to trade out of Baltimore now. And it seems like the media wants that as well. I'm here to give Desmond Ridder a fair shake. I don't think he's getting a fair shake by a lot of guys. I ain't gonna say a lot, but there's I'm not gonna say there are a lot. I'll more like say a loud portion of our fan base and even in the media not giving him a fair shake. And I'm going to give him a chance. 4 games is not enough. You can't, that's basically preseason games. You can't give a quarterback much of a critique off of 4 games that was basically like preseason. I think he did okay. It wasn't nothing to, shine on, but I want him to be QB1. I want him to be able to develop. I want him to be that quarterback that our coach and our GM and the coach in, the front office, can gravitate and galvanize around, where that he can help galvanize the rest of the team for him to be the leader of this offense. It's nothing like growing your homegrown talent. And I think he has the tools to be a fairly decent quarterback. I'm not saying he's going to be elite. I don't think he's going to be like this world beater quarterback. I think he's going to do just enough to help us win football games. Because I that's just my gut feeling. That's what's going to happen. I don't think he's going to be like this elite, Patrick Mahomes or, like a Justin Herbert or Josh Allen. Joe Burrow. I don't know that yet. From what I've seen so far, it looks like he's going to be a fairly above average QB. I think he should give a chance to, you know, go beyond my expectations. He has a lot of confidence. He said that he wants to win a Super Bowl here. I like the sound of that. He seemed like he's doing everything right. You can't ask for more. Now, let's contrast that with other quarterbacks that we thought that we were going to get, or quarterbacks that the fan base wants. Do you guys really think, honestly? I mean, and we know talent wise and everything. Don't get me wrong. Do you think that quarterback? You know what? Just forget it. I'm gonna say his name because it's just too much. Do you guys think Lamar Jackson, honestly, will elevate this team to a much higher level? I mean, we have to be honest. I'm not trying to downgrade the guy, but you got to understand what comes with bringing him on. I mean, we're not going to have the defense that we thought we would. We're just not. I mean, he's going to cost a lot. He's going to, give us away 2 first-round picks, and we probably be in a situation where we're dealing with a lot of cap issues. I mean that's just the honest truth. I know a lot of people want to sit here and say, yeah, but other teams do this. But, at the end of the day, we have to realize that we're not the other teams at this point. We're just not. We're going to beat the Falcons, and the Falcons are going to be ran by the Terry Fontenot and the front office. And I'm going to be quite honest. Now, I'm not trying to, point the finger at anybody, but if you don't like it, that's okay. But you may want to, not follow the team for a while. You can call it the time that you didn't follow the team. I mean, don't get me wrong. I did that before. I did not like when, Mike Smith did certain things and, we were, having a lot of issues with the team. I didn't like what Dan Quinn did. It was a time where I didn't follow the team, but at that time I was kind of doing content. So I was not really talking about the team as much, but I was not a fan of a lot of moves. And you may not be a fan of what's going on now, but I do trust what this front office is doing. I trust they know something that we don't know, because there's not one thing outside of maybe what's his name? He don't slip my mind that quick. The offensive lineman from Michigan that bombed. Mayfield. I think his name Mayfield. Jalen Mayfield. Outside of Jalen Mayfield, they did all right with all the other moves that they done. They didn't pan out to be world beaters, top 10 or top of the line players, but a lot of things didn't cause us to, regress. We didn't go backwards. I mean, and you can also make a case about Marcus Mariota. I did not like picking him up either. I thought it was going to be, I thought it was going to be a bridge gap between whoever Marcus Mariota was going to, mentor, because we were going to get a quarterback at the time, but I didn't know Marcus Mariota was going to play that long, and it was kind of detriment to the team. So out of Mayfield and Mariota, you're talking about maybe 50, 60 other moves. I think that's a pretty good percentage. So I'm gonna take my chances on this whole situation with Desmond Ridder. I think Desmond Ridder it could do some things for this offense. I think he did it fairly well. I think he did all right. Just give him a shot. If you don't want to give him a shot, like I said, it's fine. We've all been through those moments with the Falcons where we did not like what the front office is doing. I named 2 that I didn't like with Mike Smith and Dan Quinn. I did not like the way things were going, especially after the Super Bowl. After the Super Bowl, that was the worst one about Dan Quinn. When you look at Mike Smith and what was going on with him, and don't get me wrong, he did okay. He got us to an NFC Championship game. But with Mike Smith, it was a lot of problems that I just did not like. I did not like some of the moves that we were making. But that got us into a lot of cap problems. And we just got from under them. And this new regime is going to do their best to keep us in, fiscal responsibility. And, I mean, at the end of the day, you can't ask for more than that. Between that and the pieces that they're putting together, quarterback situation, and even if he doesn't work out, I mean, Taylor Heineke is a serviceable backup. He can win games as well. So we're looking at a situation where it's not really much to complain about with the Falcons. I think the Falcons have done enough throughout this entire offseason. We haven't even gotten to the draft yet. So I think they've done enough to satisfy a lot of people. And speaking of that, before I get into Scotty Miller, take Scotty Miller off the table. Desmond Ridder has Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Mac Hollis, Jonnu Smith, who else? Cordell Patterson. I don't know if we're going to get another line. I'm not linebacker. I'm not know if we're going to get another tight end. I'm not sure. You also have Tyler Algier who can catch out the backfield. I'm not sure if we're going to be even actually drafting a receiver at this point because we're racking up on all the needs that we have, and we now have Scotty Miller coming in. Desmond Ridder has so many weapons. It is to me, I felt like it's very difficult for him to be bad in this offense with all of these weapons. From Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Jonnu Smith, Mac Hollis, Scotty Miller, Cordell Patterson, Tyler Algier. No telling who else we get in the draft. Jarrett Bernhardt is still on the team. Frank Darby is still on the team. Yeah, I said Frank Darby. We have some weapons on this team. There's no reason that there's no reason for Desmond Ridder to fail. If it does, it's solely on him because the coaching staff has shown that they can put this team in position to win, and now you bring all of these pieces in. Speaking of Scotty Miller, I'm not sure if he's going to be wide receiver number 2, but he's definitely going to be our slot guy. That tells you a lot about Zacchaeus. Olamide Zacchaeus, sorry. I don't know if he's going to be signed. I don't know if he is. If anybody know, let me know. But this just goes to show you that his days may be numbered. Kind of sucks. But Scotty Miller is an excellent route running speedster that, once again, he's going to free up a lot of things. He's going to free up a lot for the receivers. They're going to be doing a lot of good things for them, and I can't wait to see how that goes. That's going to be phenomenal. Scotty Miller coming off a season where he had 23 catches for 185. He didn't have any touchdowns, which was kind of, that was kind of interesting that he didn't have any touchdowns. But nevertheless, he's going to flourish in this offense. I mean, you got all these weapons. I can't see how you would not flourish in an offense like this. This looks really good for Desmond Ridder. And it's just another weapon that we're going to bring in. I don't have much to say about Scotty Miller, but welcome aboard. We're going to have a really good offense. I think we'll have a really good offense. We still have the running game. I still think we can get Bijan Robinson. Hell, we might even get another running back that's just serviceable, that's behind Tyler Algier, just to help with distribution of the ball. So I think we're in a good spot, guys. I really do. I know a lot of people may not like the quarterback situation. Like I said, it's okay. It's okay. A lot of people may not think that we're going to get the prominent pass rush that we have with this front seven. That's okay. At the end of the day, we're fans. We're speaking our opinions. We're giving our analysis of what we see based on years. People who watch this content, people who make content, been watching football for years. I mean, we don't have to go to school to watch football and see how it's played out year in and year out. I've been watching football since probably, and I don't want to date myself, but I've probably been watching football since like 87, 86. Yeah, I know I don't look that old, but I'm that old. Before I became a Falcons fan, which where I live, we didn't even know that the Falcons existed at one point because they had 49ers games on all the time. So I was a huge fan of Montana and Rice. But as soon as I realized that the Falcons had the state of Georgia had a team, I was like, whoa, wait a minute. I didn't know this. But see, I lived on the outside. I lived outside Atlanta. I lived down there by the coast in Savannah. So we didn't know much about the Falcons like that. Nevertheless, I jumped on board and I never looked back. It's been some good times and bad times. I remember the Jerry Glanfield era. I remember the June Jones era. Dan Reeves was awesome. We had our moments. We had our ups, we had our downs. 28-3. I mean, yeah, I've been there. But nevertheless, it's like, as a fan, guys, you guys have to understand this is the things that we do when we sign certain coaches, sign certain GMs, sign some people that are going to play on our field. We're going to have people that we don't like. Sometimes it's the most insignificant position on the field, which I don't think there's one. And sometimes it's the most important position on the field, which is the quarterback. You guys have to understand that that's just how it's going to be. If you don't like it, I get it. But no matter what, there's going to be things I don't like, and it's going to bite my teeth, but I'm going to support the team most of the time. I don't co-sign the BS. Like the Steve Sarkisian era. The Steve Sarkisian era, when the play calling was abysmal, I can't co-sign to that. You need to get off our team with that horrible play calling. That was horrible. Nevertheless, if you like this commentary, hit the like button, share this podcast, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let me know what you guys think, man. QB1 is Desmond Ridder. It's official. What do you guys think? Scotty Miller is also signed. He's going to open up the offense for a lot of players that's going to be out there catching footballs. The Falcons are doing very well in free agent. I don't care what anybody says. I still don't care about whoever that guy's name is that's at, oh God, I can't remember his name. I did a video about him a long time. Said we had the worst roster or whatever. We still went 7-10. It's weird. He's still bashing us, but what can you do? I can be found on YouTube and Rumble, Anchor, Stitcher, Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts. The website is still in progress. It is coming soon. I'm going to get up out of here. Thank you guys once again. You guys are amazing. Thank you for the support. I'm going to get out of here. Thank you. You guys take it easy. You guys be blessed. Peace.